2026. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Joining me tonight, as always, are my good friends Ken Koslow, Mr. Wayne, the Professor Lynch. John Go is here, and our special guest with a mock draft is Mr. Derek Laughlin. Well, he says he's got a mock draft, but we'll see. You never know.
What have I left you out, Scott?
let's do this properly.
Whatever it is, I'm sure I'm not going to agree with it, but that's okay. That's okay. No worries.
Let's do this properly. Mr. Derek Laughlin, the only individual with a statuette of Vince Lombardi on his in his man cave that says under the thing says, "What the hell's going on out there?"
grab. All I see is grab.
grab. Nothing tackling.
Oh God, that's awesome.
That is an iconic statement.
It is.
Oh yeah,
but
it's set in the NFL's icons as one of the greatest quotes ever.
Yes, that is NFL.
Still, John McKay still got the best one to me, though. What do you think about the execution of your team?
I'm in favor of it. John McKay, yes. I am in favor of it. Well, Derek, thank you for joining us. We like having you here.
Thanks for having me.
Also, we have Mr. John Olson is here tonight. John, how you doing, brother? Good to see it.
Yeah, man.
Well,
doing
not
good.
Actually see you, but I know you're here, so you know.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah,
he just looks like Hal from 2001.
My kid here with me, so watch the language there, Scott.
Which one of the kids?
The middle one.
Okay. Hello, Elliot. Welcome to the show, man.
Howdy.
Yeah, a little bit late, but that's all right. We got you here. It's all good.
I was in a business meeting.
Okay, we got a full house. Elliot's eating ice cream. We're all good, so it's all good.
Yeah, boy.
Is it gluten-free ice cream, though? That's the question.
Chocolate lava
I was in a
cake.
business meeting.
You sure look like it. What kind of business were you conducting?
You got the wife beater on. You got the neck brace on. What the hell's going on?
Executive outfit. No, I was my print and design partner. I was having a confab.
Okay.
Oh, that kind of business. Okay.
Business. Well, because I get the keys to the house on Tuesday.
Nice.
Sweet.
Congratulations, Mr. Lamba.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Did they pack all your sleeves?
I'm sorry?
Did they pack all your sleeves?
I got a lot of sleeveless stuff.
He's down to about 165 pounds, Derek. So he's
you look great. I can't believe how much weight you lost. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, he looks really good for his age.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, I'm going for the Santa Claus look for Christmas, guys. In case you didn't notice, I'm trying to. I'm going for that look.
Still got to go out a little bit more.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's only March, so we got plenty of time.
Oh, you got plenty of time.
You don't need the beard to grow out, not yourself.
Exactly. I don't need myself. I'm already big enough for that, so all I need is the beard to grow out.
Growing out of your
yeah, I know. All right, let's get a couple things out of the way before we get started, guys. On the football talk and whatever was going on. First of all, since me and Ken are probably the only golf aficionados here, congrats to Gary Woodland today, making the full comeback in his career after going through brain tumor surgery, PTSD, for winning the Houston Open today. Hats off to him and congratulations. That was pretty freaking awesome, if you ask me. What do you think, Ken?
I think it was pretty awesome. He now could be an outsider for the Masters, so stay tuned.
I think so too. With this win, he gets into the Masters. So yeah, I mean, I think he's one of the guys you want to look at. Hey, Brett. Second of all, we all saw the news about Tiger this week.
Yeah, and I saw Annie Agar's comment said that's the only course he needs. That's the course he needs to learn how to navigate a driver's course.
Yes. Well, the
Driver's
thing is,
ed.
I mean,
Well, at least there was no golf clubs involved this time.
yeah. Let me just say, first of all, I'm glad nobody was hurt in the accident.
Yeah, same
even
here.
though Tiger did roll his car.
Yep.
But you also have to think, you know what, Tiger? Forget about golf. Worry about yourself.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Concentrate on your son, dude.
Get well.
Yes.
son's
Think
got
about Charlie.
potential.
Think about your daughter.
Do what your dad did with you.
Yes.
Mentor your
Exactly.
son.
Yeah. You know, forget about golf. Don't worry about the Masters. Don't worry about the U.S. Senior Open, which you applied for.
Qualify for.
He needs to. The thing of it is, I feel bad for him because I know he's in constant pain. We all know he's in constant pain
Mhm.
from the surgeries, from everything he's gone through over the years. So I mean, and I know he's battling with pain medications. He's not drinking. He's not doing illegal drugs. It's all about pain medication. That's why.
Anybody on this panel knows about constant pain.
Yes.
You're looking at
So I wish he gets well before I worry about him getting on the golf course. I will always root for him
Right.
when he plays, but I'm more worried about his health moving forward, his long-term health, than I am about him being on a golf course.
I'm worried about his mental
Exactly.
health.
That too,
Yeah.
Elliot. You're right. Yeah, that
Yeah.
too.
Yep, that as well.
So
Twitter was out on absolute fire though with all the memes and all the jokes,
yeah,
which
you know
they
what?
were able to make because nobody was hurt.
Dude,
it would have been a very tragic
I've-
situation if something else would have happened.
very
Some
much
very
so.
questionable taste.
I highly recommend this to people too, by the way. I've had a whole 7-day sabbatical from X, aka Twitter.
Yes.
My life is so much better without paying attention to that filth. That's constantly
It's amazing what a digital detox can do.
dude, it's
Mhm.
crazy. Like all I've had is Facebook, which is basically the people I grew up with and like you guys.
Right.
And then my YouTube channel. And then
Okay.
obviously like the blockchain stuff.
Right.
But
Mhm.
dude, I'm telling you, I highly recommend it, man. If you guys want to purge the drama in your life, just get off of social media.
Hey,
It's
John.
great. Yes,
John,
sir. Yes, sir.
let me show you something that I think you're going to be very, very.
Oh gosh. Here we
Your
go.
ear? Nice ear.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. What? Going
Yeah.
around. Once you go Mac, you never go back, buddy.
Oh Jesus God.
Boy.
We have another
Yep.
convert.
I got an iMac.
Mhm.
I have all
iMac.
Macs at my house. I have no
Boy.
PCs
That's because you'll
here.
never go back, right? You'll
This is
never
my
go
first-
back.
Nope.
This is my first Mac computer. Okay.
Yeah, man. See?
Mhm.
See?
I got it.
Converts.
I got it from her on Thursday. Friday morning, I get up to mess with it, and I forgot the password to my account.
Mine's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for everything. I
And
never.
Apple makes you wait a week before you can actually change the password.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It's a cult. It's not a lifestyle. It's a cult. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No, it was a cult when Steve Jobs was around. Trust me, no one's loyal to Tim Cook. Okay.
To top it all off,
Right.
you know, if I was gonna have a
Right.
Mac, I might as well get an iPhone while I'm at it.
Did you get
Sweet.
an iPhone too, Elliot? Did you get an
Yeah.
iPhone?
Boy. See, look at that. See, it's nice.
He's got an
Good.
iPhone too. Oh my
Yep.
God.
iPhone 17 Max Pro.
Look at you,
By the
balling out of
way-
control, man.
So
Scott, I have
officially-
an announcement too.
me and John are on the parallel Max and Rams.
Oh God.
Yes. Rams.
What were you gonna say, Ken?
As I have an announcement too.
Go ahead.
I'm now official.
Official what? Dude wipes.
Dude
Yeah.
wipes.
There you go.
Dude, what?
Yes.
Yeah,
The unofficial sponsor of the Sports Nerds, Dude
I
Wipes.
don't have it. Wow.
It's a hell of a thing. It's great.
I haven't moved mine to. I haven't
I
moved
only
mine
saw
to the
the
garage
commercial.
yet, so mine is still back in the bedroom.
Oh, good Lord.
Official commercial.
What can Brown do for you? Not a damn thing.
All right, and finally, we kind of touched base on it. If those of you didn't see it, UConn was just friggin' phenomenal with that last second win against Duke. I know Wayne's tickled pink. I know he loves the fact that Duke is now finally out of the tournament. Both Duke teams, the women's and the men's, lost today.
I missed that.
I'm doubly pleased. I'm doubly pleased.
Arizona, baby, Final Four.
Arizona and Michigan in the semifinal next weekend. Elliot, it's Ken against EB Slim next weekend.
Who's in the Final Four? Do you know? Or?
The Final Four is
Michigan,
Duke,
UConn,
Michigan,
Arizona.
UConn, and Illinois.
That dude.
I was given the stat before, just before we came on. I saw during the broadcast that number one seeds were 134-0 if they had a 15-point lead or more at halftime, and this is the first time that that a number one seed has lost with that.
Couldn't
kind
happen to a better team. Could not happen to a better team.
Couldn't happen to a better university, huh?
Exactly.
What's with the Duke hatred, man? It's just, I
We always
understand.
hate Duke.
Well, I understand Wayne's
I
dislike,
got
of it,
lots
but
of
everybody.
reasons.
Duke is the hey
Dude,
John.
I've hated Duke since Christian Leitner made
Christian
that.
Leitner.
I was
that's
just
like
gonna say
that's
that.
the only name I like. comes
It's
to
Christian
mind.
Leitner. That is
Christian
where the
Leitner.
whole hatred.
Hey, John.
Not against Kentucky.
It's just
floodgates for me.
John. To give you an example, we hate Duke as much as you hate the Patriots. I'm just saying. Okay.
Oh, the Patriots are great. They're my favorite team. Psych.
Yeah.
Hey, John,
I like Christian Leitner as much as I like LeBron James.
There you go. That's a good one, Elliot.
I want to correct John. He said he understood my dislike. It's not dislike.
It's hate.
Pure,
Hate.
unadulterated
Perfect.
hatred.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Okay, understood. Gotcha. Perfect.
Yep.
It is
Can I
low.
do a shameless
Filter.
promotion here?
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, John.
Shameless promotion. You guys are gonna laugh when I start this little bit off. Baseball season is here.
What?
Yeah, I know. Sit down.
What the hell?
I know.
San Francisco, the one run in 3 games.
Stop the presses. John's talking
Control your
baseball.
excitement. Yes, the Jays are 3-0, sweeping the A's already, so good for us. But the reason I bring that up is because I've started. Wayne understands this, I guess, and Scott does, because they're the only two out of all you guys that decided to join Sports Block.
Right.
I've started baseball predictions on Sports Block, so if you're into a little bit of a wagering and shaky ducky quack quack, yeah, we can get into the baseball side of things over on Sports Block. So
Okay.
stop using X, stop using TikTok, come over to a place
Oh,
where
I don't use TikTok at all. I mean,
I'm
I
not on
broadcast to
TikTok,
TikTok
I'm
on
not
my
on
way.
X.
I don't ever use it. So
But I'm not
Facebook is the only
giving
thing
up
I
Twitter.
The thing I've been using TikTok and Instagram and all that for is advertising pretty
Yep.
soon.
I mean, I've still got Twitter, but that's just because that's where most of the people I follow go. Nobody's on Blue Sky, and the other one is Threads, and I get most of most people I follow are on X, so I'm going to stick with it for a while.
By the way, John, you can't scold me this week. I'm all caught up.
Yes, I know. I saw that. Good job, sir. I saw that the other day. I was like, oh, look at that. Elliot's like right up there. That's good, man. Good
All right.
job.
Go
I
ahead.
know. See how Scott's changing the topic real quick, Elliot? 'Cause he
Yes,
knows what
I
that's
am.
about. See that?
Really
Yeah.
quick.
Real
Yeah.
quick.
Almost before I even said anything.
Do I not always do that, guys? Come on. Let me just say before we get going again, and Derek, I promised you a reveal tonight.
You did,
Um,
yes.
as I
I've been
announced last
waiting for that
week,
all day.
I mean, I talked about it last week and the week before. A very good friend of mine who I've known a lot of years. His wife actually was my boss at one point in time with the company that I'm currently with. She trusted in me to bring me on to her department, and I have thrived. And I'm now with that company for 11 years. So I respect her. I look up to her. I consider her a mentor. Her husband Steve was killed earlier this month in front of a pool hall that we frequent. He was shot 3 times by just a guy who was angry, just because he was angry. Steve didn't do anything to warrant it. He tried to de-escalate the situation, but the guy shot him 3 times and he passed away. Derek, the reveal I'm going to give you is that in honor of my friend Steve, which you see the T-shirt above me here, okay, that's got his name on it. I have adopted the Green Bay Packers as my second team behind the
What happened
Buccaneers
to Tampa
or
Bay?
behind the Browns. In his honor, he was
Wait a
huge.
minute. So
Wait a
now
minute.
that Mike Evans left, Tampa's no longer on the grid.
Well, no, it has nothing to do with Mike Evans. It has nothing to do with Mike Evans. It has everything to do with my buddy Steve. Okay. In honor of him, I'm gonna choose the Packers as my number 2 team behind the Browns going forward. And that's big for me because I like Baker Mayfield. You know how much I love Baker Mayfield, Derek.
Yep.
But the Green Bay Packers are my number 2
The
team.
word love in there,
Well,
dude.
They sent him a letter, didn't they? I thought I saw
Yes, they
something.
did.
put
The
on-
Packers
yeah.
did send his wife a letter offering sympathy to her, and that was a class act by the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah,
A
I got to give
huge
props for that.
class act by the Green Bay Packers for
Definitely.
doing that.
And Steve,
You
this
know,
is for you too.
Yep. So
Steve, this is for you
for my
too.
buddy Steve,
And you,
I
Derek.
ordered
too.
this online and it came a couple of days ago, Derek, and I'm gonna hang it above where the Buccaneers hat is right now above him. That's where I'm gonna stick this hat. It's gonna be up there in honor of Steve, my friend Steve.
I will be honest, Scott. I'm a little bit conflicted. I do love that you've come over to the Packers. There's always room for fans on the bandwagon, but you kind of curse some of the teams that you root for. Although I don't know if the Packers could be more cursed than they have been the last couple of years in the playoffs. So I think there's only one place to go but up.
Now that he's put on the Green Bay hat,
Hey,
your
hey,
future
Derek,
could be
if
there.
you think they were cursed now, oh boy.
I mean, Wayne, would you be excited if he got a Niners hat and started wearing that around? I don't know what you and he would think about that.
Let me put it this way. If he got a Niners hat,
I'd be flying
I wouldn't be on the show anymore.
I'd be flying tomahawks into his house. Put an end to that shit.
Am I that much of a jinx? Are you freaking kidding?
Yes, you are.
If he becomes a Niners fan, I'm off the show.
Oh man. Well, don't worry, Wayne. That'll never happen. Just letting you know.
You so bad the devil don't want you rooting for any of his teams.
Oh my goodness. Can't nothing spoil my day today, though. I mean, come on.
Hey,
Right.
Derek, hey,
No.
better you than me and Wayne. You know?
We'll make room for him. Like I said, they've been so bad in the playoffs the last couple of years. I don't think it can get much worse than it's
Well,
done.
at least now, maybe he can wear a hat during the playoffs because he can't do that.
Right?
I should have known. I should have known this was backfire on my ass. That's all right, but that's okay.
Hey, we're happy to have you, Scott. The more fans, the merrier.
Hey, Derek, in honor of his honor, send him one of those cheesehead things.
No, I don't want to.
I don't own a cheese head. I'm not going to wear that around.
I'm sorry, guys. Nothing can kill my euphoria right now.
Oh, because
No,
Duke
you're
lost
good.
both in the men's and the women's bracket. That's why.
Yes,
Because Duke is out.
yes. And they choked a 19-point lead just like Carolina did.
Only the stakes were bigger this time.
I'm like a
Yes.
trend to me.
Oh God.
And let me be fair. As a Cowboy fan putting this on, we have a
That's
saying here in
enough
Texas. We have a saying here
That's
in
enough
Texas. If you can't beat them, cheat them.
Nice.
And no, it wasn't a catch.
And John's being very quiet.
It was a catch. It absolutely
was,
was a
yeah.
catch.
I'm just blown away that we're allowed to have second favorite NFL teams. I mean,
Oh, I
that's
know.
just still
John.
to me.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah,
But that's
it's
Scott.
amazing.
He has to search for an alternative, man.
I mean, when Cleveland's your first, you got to start looking for other options.
I guess,
mean,
Right? Come on now.
Well, no,
You think?
no. So you know what? No, I will disagree because I went through 17 years of absolute misery, and 4 Super Bowls. Yeah.
In a row.
So I've had to deal with it.
In a
Why
row.
does he get a pass?
In a row.
in a row. You broke 2
Hey.
records.
Hey, I had to ride with the 49ers through the Mike Singletary years, so come on.
Oh God.
His rant about Vernon Davis though is epic. I
Yes,
still
yes.
love that. Can't win with
Yeah, I
him.
do
Can't
like
do
that.
it. Can't do it.
I want winners.
I want winners.
Oh God, that was so bad.
On a sad note, though, condolences to the Browner family. Joey Browner passed away today at
Yeah, I saw
65.
that.
Yes.
Joey Browner was a few months younger than me.
Ooh, big bar.
This thing is bomb, dude. I have to.
weed.
It's a cannabis chocolate bar.
He's doing edibles these days, John. He's not doing the
So is
actual-
Wayne. Look at this. Look at you. You guys are just savvy.
Yeah, they're good. They're going. Him and Wayne both are going with the edibles.
Hey,
I gotta eat
fuck
these.
sleep at night.
There's like 10 squares, and I have to eat one square in halves because if not, I'm like, if I eat a whole square, man, I'm like,
Yeah,
I can't feel my bottom lip, water from the rest.
He becomes Tiger Woods' chauffeur.
That was a good one, Ken.
Oh God. And yeah, Brett brings up the fact that the Golden Knights now have a new head coach in John Tortorella.
Oh,
Why do they
that
keep
kills me.
recycling this dude, man?
I mean,
He's making his tour, man.
Yeah.
Torts hasn't been good since he was the coach of the Lightning. I mean, come on,
He
seriously.
was okay with the Rangers.
Yep.
So, but he's nothing but. I mean,
You got
the
him to
media
Stanley Cup
take
final.
he's going to be putting out there is going to be just. I mean, going to be fodder for everybody on social media because he's going to screw it up like he always does. But yeah, I mean,
Oh shit! Might as well excel at something.
Right.
How many times has this dude been recycled?
many times, Wayne.
As
Well, I
many,
know it's many, but I would love to know what the actual number is.
as many times as George Steinbrenner recycled Billy Martin.
There you go.
I think this is his 5th or 16th.
Yeah, I think
He's
Billy
coached for the
Martin.
Rangers. He's coached for the Flyers. He's coached for the
Ron
Lightning.
Gallo
the
would know.
And also the Blue Jackets.
Blue Jackets. Yeah,
Yep, Blue Jackets.
Yeah.
I'm sure. we're
Flyers.
missing
You
some.
guys see the
Top of
Flyers?
Flyers. Yeah.
Yeah, the Flyers coach forever.
So, all right. So, Mr. Laughlin has decided he's going to do a mock draft.
I did put together a mock draft.
He put together a mock draft,
Mm.
and I'm sitting here with bated breath, waiting
Not
to see
even
what he
gonna-
sees on
You know what?
picks in 24.
We get 3 guesses at the number 1 pick, and the first 2 don't count, right?
Correct, but
Las Vegas Raiders.
I am
on the
more
clock.
interested in number 6
I
and
mean,
24.
According to the god of Ted, you ever seen Ted the TV?
The bear with the bear?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
Saw the
Yeah,
movie.
Seth MacFarlane.
great show.
Yeah.
Great show.
You know when they were trying to get Tom Brady's sperm.
Yeah.
Yep. That was in the movie, though, wasn't it? That wasn't in the.
Yeah, that was in the movie.
Yeah,
Yes, it
that was in the
was.
movie. Yeah.
It was in the movie, yeah.
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 And so anyway, Ted's idol has fixated on one guy and one guy only.
Flash Gordon.
The number
All right.
1 pick is a. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I didn't do anything earth shaking there. I have Fernando Mendoza going number 1 to the Raiders. There's no
duh.
other choice there.
So
Maybe
can I,
say, I don't think he's a slam dunk prospect. I mean, but I think he is the best quarterback in this draft, and they
Right.
need a quarterback. Geno Smith isn't there, and he didn't do anything for him last year when he was. They have no options behind him, and
Well, Gino is now the starting quarterback of the New York Jets.
Aaron
So,
Glenn already made that
yeah,
statement.
go Gino.
Already made that statement.
That's
Hey,
Tom
Derek, real
Brady.
quick. Derek, real quick. Who'd you say was going first?
Fernando.
Fernando? I'm shocked.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
completely shocked.
Well, you thought it was going to be that. What was the other guy?
No. If Tom Brady wasn't there, it would have been Pavia. From the Because that's what the Raiders do.
And that's why Tom Brady's there now to prevent that kind of nonsense.
Right.
You see the news where Brady actually looked to the NFL, say, hey, as an owner, can I play quarterback in the NFL? No,
You cannot.
No, because he had a good flag football game and had a couple nice throws. All of a sudden, he had the itch to play again.
Yeah, flag football. Give me a break.
The NFL guys got their asses whipped though by the real flag football
By the
players.
U.S. national team, yes. I
Yeah.
know that.
If you drop the L, that sums it up. That sums up what that game is all about.
All right. Continue, Mr. Laughlin.
And one thing about this mock draft, I don't do any trades. I just do a straight board because I'm sure there's going to be 7-8 trades, and you can sit there and scramble the whole thing up any way you want. I just do a straight mock by the teams. Number 2, I have Arvell Reese, the linebacker out of Ohio State, going to the Jets. They had only 26 sacks last year. They failed to record an interception. They need pass rush so that they can get to the quarterback and can force turnovers. He was very productive at Ohio State. He had 69 tackles, 6.5 sacks, and 10 tackles for a loss, and had a really nice combine. I know nobody likes the combine here, but he ran the 40 in 4.46 seconds, which is insane for a linebacker.
Yeah,
So
the combine's a farce. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I know you believe that, but it isn't. I think between his speed and his production, it gives the Jets somebody that they can start building a pass rush and getting this defense back to where it was a couple of years ago.
Okay.
That is still the most incredible stat I've ever seen. 17 games and no interceptions.
None.
Right.
Unreal.
Jets, Jets. John. That's great. That's great. Just end the season, baby.
Just enter the Sandman.
That's what JETS stands for. Just end the season.
Yes, exactly.
Just end the
All right,
season.
number 3, Derek.
Number 3, and one thing, just because John's here, I was going to throw this one out there because I saw it in a mock. I saw a mock that had the Bills trading up into this pick to get Carnell Tate, the wide receiver out of Ohio State. Even though they signed or did the trade for DJ Moore, they had the Bills trading all the way up here. And I think this is probably one of the first spots where you could see a trade because Arizona, I don't think, has one particular player they need. The Jets have 2 picks, and there's no quarterback worth taking at the second spot. And so I don't think they're going to move the pick. But I think if you're going to see some action, I think Arizona could make sense if somebody has one of these players that they want to take. But seeing I don't do trades, I just have him taking Francis Maguire out of Miami. He's a 3-year starter at right tackle, played 2,500 snaps at Miami, allowed 0 sacks with a 1.6 pressure rate. They need offensive line help, and that's a guy that could be a day 1 starter for them and really upgrade their line.
Somebody remind me, Arizona let go of Kyler Murray. Who's their quarterback now?
Who do they have there? Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and I think with Arizona again, sure.
They like to trade down to get the quarterback from Alabama later in the first round.
And that's a reason why they could move down. Like I said, I don't think the Jets need to move down because they're at 16, and Ty Simpson might be there at number 16 for them. They might just kind of stay put. Where Arizona could decide, we'd like to get Ty Simpson, but he's not worth it at 3. Could we trade down to, with one of these other teams and get extra picks and get him? So that's why I think Arizona. It should become obvious pretty early whether they want to get Simpson or if they're just going to go with Brissett. Brissett wasn't bad last year.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
But he did have his limitations. I mean, he's not a top tier guy.
He is beloved in Cleveland, by the way, because he was with Cleveland for a while. So the Browns fans like Brissett. So
I'm sure he's beloved everywhere he goes. But
well, the other thing about Brissett compared to Kyler Murray, he can actually see over the defense.
Right. He can see
So-
over the offensive line. Yeah, I got you on that
Right.
one, Wayne. Yes. Number 4.
Number 4, I've seen a couple picks here that I've liked. One is Love, Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame. I've seen
Yeah.
people speculating that they might go with him. I think that's a bad idea. This team is 3-14 last year. Their defense was one of the worst defenses in the league, and I don't like when teams take running backs with the 5th pick and they don't have any other pieces, because by the time they get everything together, the running back is 27, 28 years old and on the decline. I just don't think it's a good pick for a team in a rebuild.
Which team were we talking about?
Hey, Tim.
The Tennessee Titans.
Okay. I did.
What up, bro?
So I have him going with Reuben Bain Jr., the edge rusher out of Miami. Edge rusher is one of the best positions in this draft. There are a couple guys that are just incredibly fast and just put up great pass rushing statistics. He led the defense and with 75 quarterback hurries, and among 4 edge rushers, that was the highest. The next one was 51 per Underdog Fantasy, and he led the FBS overall with 83 quarterback pressures. I mean, this is a guy that can come in there and just help a defense that was awful. I mean, they made Shedeur Sanders look like a good quarterback last year. They need help on defense.
Hey, Tim.
Number 5.
Nothing, Scott. Are you dead inside?
Just licks his wounds and moves on.
Number 5.
Number 5, I have the Giants taking Sonny Styles, another one of those good pass rushers. The only thing with him is, I mean, I would talk to somebody where we're looking at his stats and looking at his combine, and we're like, how did this guy not have more sacks? Like, there should have been a fatality on the field with what this guy did for a combine. This guy is 6'5", 243 pounds. He ran the 40 in 4.46, did a 43.5-inch vertical. His 20-yard shuttle was 4.2 seconds, and his broad jump was 11 feet 2 inches. There's a lot of people that thought that was one of the best combine performances they've ever seen from a defensive player. But you look at his stats. I mean, he didn't have a ton of sacks at Ohio State, but he translates into a great pro at linebacker. And the Giants had Brian Burns with 16.5 sacks, and the team had 38. So I think, again, they're going to address defense. I've seen some mocks having him take wide receiver there, but I don't know if that's really the right move for him. They got Neighbors, who had an injury last year that's coming back hopefully this year, and I think they can wait to address offense. They really need to add to that defense.
Well, with
All
so
right,
many
here-
wide receivers in the draft, they can wait till the 4th round to get a wide receiver. It's so
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's a top. I feel like the top isn't as high as it has been in other drafts, but there's a lot of guys that are kind of all the same, and and so it's like the value of taking a receiver at 5 versus one in the 2nd round. I don't think there's a huge amount of difference.
With that being said, here we go. Number 6.
I have them going offensive line and taking Spencer Fano out of Utah. He was just the 5th unanimous All-American in Utah history. He's the Outland Trophy winner. Pretty athletic guy. He, for a big offensive lineman to be sub 5 in the 40-yard dash, he ran a 4.91, 32-inch vertical. He's just a really good athlete. And
Is he a left tackle, or is he what was his primary position?
he projects as a left tackle.
Okay, that's what the Browns need. Okay, I got that. Okay.
Yep. And I think he's a guy that they can plug in and start on day one.
And they've already addressed the rest of their offensive line in the offseason with free agency and whatnot and trades. So I mean, they're Munkin is definitely trying to rebuild that offensive line, is make it as best as they can. So, and you and I both know and agree that the offensive line was the worst offensive line in the NFL last year, because nobody could protect Shedeur or whoever was under center the whole season. So right. I'd like to have Carnell Tate, but they need to address that offensive line situation. So I'm not against that.
Well, and what Wayne and I were talking about before, the receiver class is so deep. I'm there's some years where you see 3 wide receivers go in the top 10, and I don't think that's going to happen. I think if anybody's going to go in the top 10, it could be Tate, but I don't think you're going to have the run on wide receivers that you've had in the past. I feel like the strength of this draft is offensive tackles and edge rushers. There's a lot of them there, and I mean, could Cleveland wait to get a good offensive lineman? Sure, but I think with how bad their offensive line was last year, their best move is to get the best one because they need somebody on that line to be an anchor.
Right. What were you going to say, Elliot? You had your hand up, Elliot. What were you going to say?
Oh, no.
I was waiting for that too. I was laughing my head off watching Elliot's reaction. Like,
Elliot he was looking for a dig, and I'm just make sure.
That's why I'm here. That's literally why I'm here.
It just seems like Derek's a little off his game ever since Scott put that Green Bay. like you can see a little sweat on his brow. You know what I mean? Like, take that hat off already. You're making me nervous.
Embrace the jinx, Derek. Embrace the jinx. You'll love it. Trust me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's exciting.
Get ready for that 7-10 season, Derek. Get ready for that 7-10.
It's not going to be that bad. I'm sure we can have a kicker screw something up in the playoff game.
Hey, if they go 0-5, you want me to let you borrow them tomahawks?
Yeah.
I won't, Derek. I won't be wearing the hat after tonight. Just want you to know, I'm going to be hanging it up there, and it's going to stay there. I'm not going to put the hat on anymore. Okay.
The fact that you wore it already put negativity in.
There's some negative energy in the atmosphere. Yes.
Brett wants to know about Monroe Feeling.
Dairyland is scary land right now.
Yeah. Derek, Brett wants to know about Monroe Feeling.
I have him going in the first round, but I have him going a lot later. So I'll get to him when
you think the kid from Utah is better than Freeling?
I do. I do. Okay. I mean, now, does that mean he's going to be a better pro? I mean, we've all done this enough where, just because you go in the top five doesn't mean you're better than somebody.
It's the roll of the dice no matter what you pick. I got you.
Right. But I mean, I think if, I had a choice between the two, I would I would go with Fano.
Okay, number 7.
Number 7, I have David Bailey from Texas Tech, another one of those fast edge rushers. Now, Washington did have 42 sacks last year, but other than Von Miller, nobody had more than 5.5 sacks, and they need to get some pass rush in there. He was a unanimous All-American, second in FBS with pressures with 81, and another guy that had a 4.5 40 time 35-inch vertical. I mean, where the combine matched the tape, and just showed what a tremendous athlete he is. So I've seen mocks that have him going as high as 2 to the Jets, and that's why I think between Reese and Bain Jr., Sonny Styles, and David Bailey, I could see them going in any number of places in the top 10. It's just going to be who the GMs fall in love with and who they think is best for their scheme.
Next up
is the Saints. This is where I have Jeremiah Love going. I think the Saints do have to start thinking about running back. Alvin Kamara is 31 years old. He averaged only 3.6 yards per carry last year, and Love was the Doak Walker Award winner, unanimous All-American, ran a 4.3 6.40, and that confirms what you saw on tape. He led FBS with 8 plays of 20-plus yards. So he was explosive in the games, explosive in the combine, and I think on that turf down in New Orleans, he would play really fast down there and be a great addition to that offense. They need to get a running game to balance out that offense.
And I need New Orleans to draft him so Kansas City doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know if Kansas City's going to be in the market with him having signed Walker, but it would be interesting if he does fall to number 9. Andy Reid's never been afraid to use a committee of running backs, and I could see him doing that, especially because Walker wasn't a 3-down back in Seattle. I'm sure Reid could find ways to use both of those guys.
Keep it moving.
Number 9, I got Kansas City going with Mansour Delane out of LSU. The Chiefs had big losses in the secondary. They lost Jalen Watson. They lost Trent McDuffie. So they really need to add some people in the secondary. He's projected as a day 1 starter. Was a unanimous All-American. allowed just 14 receptions on 35 targets for 165 yards, no touchdowns allowed, and no penalties. And then he also ran a 4.35 40. He's a fast athlete and just had great tape, and people didn't even try to really throw the ball at his way that much. So I think he'd be an excellent addition to their secondary.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for the 4 or 5 years that he's going to be there until they let him go, because they don't keep defensive backs.
Right, but they draft him in the first round and ride him out for 5 years.
They draft him, and then 5 years later, they let him go.
Yep, they sure do. Number 10, I have the Bengals going with Caleb Downs out of Ohio State. He was just the
Safety, right?
Yep, safety. Just the sixth defensive back to be named unanimous All-American twice, and he was the only defensive back with 250 plus tackles, 15 plus tackles for a loss, and 5 plus interceptions over the last 3 years. Just had an incredibly productive career and only allowed 78 receptions in over 3 years of play. So
the dude is a stud. He's a great safety, probably the best safety in the draft, as a matter of fact. And I'm being biased, but he's a Buckeye, and I love him. But he's also been rumored as maybe the Browns take him as well at number 6. But I think you're right. Offensive line's the way to go. But yeah, Caleb Downs is a stud. I love him. I love everything he did in college, and I'm looking forward to see him in the NFL, whether he's with the Bengals or whoever he's with. But yeah.
I don't know if John is aware of this, but the Toronto Raptors currently have a 50-point lead against the Orlando Magic.
Whoa!
Yes.
Ooh,
yes.
That's fun to know, because I just gambled on Sports Block. I put pretty much all of my tokens on Toronto to win.
There you go.
Super underdogs.
There
you go.
With 6 minutes to go, it's 132 to 82.
Jesus.
Go Raptors. Yay.
Wow.
32 to 80.
And isn't Orlando like really good, right? Like Orlando.
not bad. Yeah,
39 and 34 until this game is over.
They're just
Yeah, go Raptors.
This game is over.
Number 11.
Number 11, this is where I have the first wide receiver going off the board. I have Miami taking Carnell Tate. Again,
Miami.
Miami.
Malik Willis is going to need somebody.
Oh, poor Carnell. I feel bad for him already, Derek.
Like, what is Devin Achane is either going to be like a fantasy stud, or he's going to get hurt in the first week, because they're just going to give him the ball. Like, he's like, here, give it to Achane. Run. Like, it's great. I love it. Go Dolphins. Dan Marino ain't coming to save you guys.
No, he's not.
No,
Hey, so rumor has it Stephon Diggs is going to take a pay cut to go back to New England. He says he's willing to take-
who created that rumor? Stephon Diggs' agent? Or
Probably.
Diggs' agent. Yeah.
He's willing to take half if they take.
You can definitely tell Miami's playing to get the first pick in the 2027 draft. They're
Yes,
clearing
they are.
salary.
Trades and all the releases they did. You're damn right.
They're trying to get the first pick in the next decade. Is what
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, you got to respect
We're
Miami
already tanking.
as opposed to the NBA teams,
respect
because
no-
Miami's tanking before the season even starts.
Well,
Yeah.
and in some ways, I don't mind it. I mean, like, one thing I've always been confused about with New Orleans is why they keep kicking that salary cap problem just year after year down the road, instead of just deciding, you know what, we're going to cut our losses. We're going to have a bad team this year, get the first pick in the draft, reset our salary cap, and go. I mean, that's why Sean Payton ended up leaving there, because Drew Brees retired. They had mortgaged everything trying to get Brees a Super Bowl, and the salary cap situation was horrible there. And there's just been no commitment to reset. At least Miami's like, hey, we tried to go all in and be a contender. It didn't work. We made some bad decisions. Let's get rid of the salary. Let's just not play for this year and try to be competitive the year after. I think it's a much better strategy than what New Orleans has done.
Well, this is the problem with this. Like, I agree with you totally, but the difference between New Orleans and Miami is New Orleans had a quarterback, right? Like, Drew Brees was really good. Malik Willis ain't it. Right. So, like, it's a lot easier to do a reset when you don't have a franchise quarterback, right?
Well,
when you have like pieces and you need to like totally reset compared to if you had like a.
But Drew Brees hasn't been there for 5 years, and
No,
they
no, I
haven't
hear you. I
reset,
know.
they
I'm
haven't
just
reset
saying,
the
like-
salary cap. And I'm not saying that they should have done it when Brees was there, because I get that. I mean, you got a Hall
Right.
of Fame quarterback at the end of his career. You're trying to win a Super Bowl with him. Like, I get the decisions they made then. What I don't get is the decisions that have been made from the day Drew Brees retired until now. They have not
Right, yeah.
reset the
Yeah, I
salary
hear
cap
you,
in
I
those
hear
5
you,
years.
I hear you.
And they haven't had a franchise quarterback down there. It's just been a revolving door of bad quarterbacks.
Yep.
Hey, don't be bad mouthing Tyler Shuck.
And Derek Carr and Spencer Rattler and Taysom Hill has played a little bit
Taysom
behind
Hill.
the center.
Taysom Hill. Don't forget
Am I a tight end or am I a quarterback?
Let's just go for Archie Manning.
I mean,
Billy
but
Kilmer.
yeah, but they do need Malik Willis to have somebody to throw the ball to this year, and so I think that Carnell Tate makes a lot of sense, because even if Malik Willis doesn't end up being their long-term answer and they draft a quarterback first overall, that first quarterback overall is going to need Carnell Tate. So it's a good move for this year, and it's also a good move for the future. Number 12, I have the Cowboys going defense with Jermad McCoy. He's a little bit of a gamble because he missed the 2025 season with a torn ACL, but he'll be ready because he's been rehabbing this entire season, and he was first team All-SEC in 2024, and a lot of people thought his ceiling at that time was an All-Pro cornerback. So I think that had he stayed healthy and been first team All-SEC again, he's a guy that probably could have gone in the top 5. So I think he's a little bit of a value here for Dallas, and they need help all over the defense. They were terrible.
Dallas
every
the risk
week.
in the draft is not unusual, Derek. I
He's
mean,
a gamble. That's
He-
perfect because Jerry
he
Jones is on.
What'd you say, Elliot?
I said if it's a gamble, that's perfect for Jerry Jones because he's all in.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
all in every
He's all in.
All in. He's all in, all
Ken-
right.
Ken won't disagree with you.
McCoy's from Alabama.
I think I found another
Derek.
sponsor. If you guys ever had neck issues, get yourself one of these Trump neck massagers.
Trump?
Yeah, see the tiny hands?
Oh, God.
What were you asking, Ken?
I said McCoy's from Alabama.
No, McCoy's from Tennessee.
Tennessee. Okay.
Same difference.
Yeah,
Just
it's
up the road in the SEC.
Okay.
the dirty.
What was that?
It's the dirty South.
Just the dirty
Dirty
South, yeah.
South.
Number 13, I have the Rams going with Mekhi Lemon. This is kind of where the Ty Simpson talk is going to be interesting to see, if he's going to go in the first round. I've seen some mocks that have the Rams taking him. I don't agree with that, though, because the Rams have kind of had a strategy of F those picks, as Jim Rome likes to say on his show all the time, F those picks. And to me, a team that constantly doesn't draft in the first round and trades picks because they're going all in for this year, why all of a sudden this year would they use that first round pick on a quarterback that's not going to do them anything? I think they're going to play for the moment, and they'll figure out what to do about Stafford's replacement once Stafford retires. And they got some receiver issues because Devontae Adams is going to be 34, and what about Puka Nakua? Is he going to be Nakua? I mean, is he going to be?
Is he going to be alive?
Well, is he going to be suspended? I mean, he's biting people. He's saying all kinds allegedly.
I mean, the Jewish community is going to come out with torches looking for his ass pretty soon.
And his brother already got suspended in the UFL for slapping a fan.
Well, and he stole some NBA
Stole car,
players
too.
Yeah, and when he's one of the most productive receivers in the league. So,
But that success is going right up here.
well, he doesn't have the contract yet, and you'd wonder, are the Rams going to give him that contract, or what kind of
Exactly.
qualifiers are there going to be in it? Because I'd be nervous about giving a guy.
He's not doing himself or the Rams any favors going on social media and or going out in public, period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because every time he opens his mouth,
It's bad news.
He's not going to get the kind of money that Cooper Kupp got. So,
No,
Not with his
I
actions,
mean,
no.
not Cooper Kupp. JSN.
ASN.
Yeah. He's not going to get that
Yeah.
kind of money.
oh
And-
no way.
And Lemon's a guy that I've seen compared to Amana St. Brown from Detroit. And, he had 502 yards after the catch. He could line up in the slot. So I think he serves a number of purposes, even, if they bring everybody back. I think that, he can do a lot from the slot while the other two guys play on the outside. So it's a pick for this year that makes their offense even more explosive. And it's also a pick for the future in case they have to make some tough decisions.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Wayne, did your team come back with a game-winning grand slam yesterday? Or was it?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
6 runs in the 9th, I think it was.
Yep. Down 2-0. Got 2 runs, and then Dom Smith hit that grand slam.
It was an emotional grand slam too because he just lost his mother a couple of weeks
Yeah,
ago.
about 13 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, man, Wayne's that ought to make up for the UNC loss.
No. The loss today by both of those other teams in North
That's what
Carolina.
made up for it, right?
That made up for it.
In Spain.
He's had a good weekend so far.
Yes, I have. And after I leave here, if you notice, I'm dressed in a button-up, going to dinner with my wife because I'm still celebrating my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, happy belated birthday, Mr. Lynch.
Happy belated birthday.
I remember 62 like it was 3 years ago.
I've already forgotten 62.
There you go, Wayne. There you go, King.
All right, with the 14th pick, I have the Raiders taking. Oh wait, it's not the Raiders pick anymore. It's back to the Ravens after they screwed the Ravens over the pick with their Max Cosby debacle. So the Ravens pick, I have them going. I'm sure I'm going to mispronounce the name horribly. Oliver Ione from Penn State. He's their offensive guard, first team All-American. Allowed 0 sacks, 0 quarterback hits, and only 4 pressures. The Ravens need some help on the offensive line, and I think he gives them a boost on the interior part of the line.
Jackson needs help on the offensive line for sure.
Jackson be happy to see that.
Yes.
The Buccaneers at 15, I have them going with Keldrick Falk out of Auburn. He's a defensive end. The Bucs had only 38 sacks last year, and they didn't have anybody that got into double digits. They need some pass rush, and he was a 2023 SEC All-Freshman team member, and he turns only 21 years old in December. Now, he didn't have a ton of production last year, but the physical skills are there, and he's being graded as a first-round pick. If he had more than 2 sacks last year, I think he'd be a guy that would easily be in the top 10, but that's why
especially with Levante David retiring, they need as much defensive help as they can get.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yep, and I think, they did lose Evans, but, that's why they went wide receiver in the first round last year, as they were anticipating that could happen. So I don't think they need to go and jump at wide receiver here, especially, again, as we were talking earlier, there's a ton of wide receivers that they can get in the second and third round.
Yeah. All right, next.
The Jets at 16, this is where I have Ty Simpson going. Not 100% sure if they're going to do that or not. I mean, one of the things you have is Glenn is kind of on the hot seat already after his first year. Yeah. Is he going to want to invest in a rookie quarterback? And then if that doesn't go well, what are they going to do there? Maybe they see how it goes with Geno. But Geno didn't do enough last year that I think you can just roll into the regular season with Geno and think he's going to be your starting quarterback for 17 games. And Simpson was second team All-SEC last year. He had 3,567 passing yards. But he's not an elite prospect, which is why teams aren't going to trade up into the top of the first round to get him. And so I think for the Jets here, they have the first round pick they already used on defense. They could afford to use this pick. And then if he doesn't work out, the new coaching staff can figure out what they want to do in the future with quarterback. I think just
Elliot is chopping at the bit. What do you got to say, Elliot?
I think the Jets are more nervous that Justin Fields turns into Sam Darnold.
I saw a tweet that you could argue that Geno Smith is the best quarterback the Jets have had since they had Geno Smith. I'd like to give him credit.
It's great. I feel so
Jets love those
bad
Alabama
for
quarterbacks.
I'm telling you, man, if Justin Fields goes into Kansas City and Andy Reid turns him into a quarterback,
Well, there's not going to do it with Patrick Mahomes there. I mean, come on. Justin Fields is going to start
I'm
over
just
Patrick
saying.
Mahomes. In this,
I'm just saying. If he shows any kind of flashes, okay, while Mahomes is recouping, because Mahomes ain't gonna be ready right away.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
But if he shows any kind of, I'm just saying.
I think Andy Reid's
He's
going
only
to use Justin Fields as a weapon. I mean, you can put Justin Fields and Patrick Mahomes on the field at the same time in certain packages if you have a play caller that's creative enough to do it.
You probably will too.
There's
sure
only
he will.
3 coaches that I believe that can make a quarterback of Justin Fields' caliber into good quarterbacks, and that would be Andy Reid, Kyle Shanahan, and Kevin O'Connell. Those are the only 3 coaches I believe that can turn a quarterback around.
I would add LaFleur to that list with what he did with Malik Willis. I was shocked that when they traded for Malik Willis and and gave up a 7th rounder, I never thought Malik Willis was going to be a productive quarterback. I couldn't believe what they did with him.
I would add McDonald to that list with Sam Darnold.
Well,
he's a defensive coach.
I think Clint Kubiak had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, that was Kubiak.
I think Kubiak's going to do well for the Raiders.
I think so too. I liked what Clint Kubiak did in New Orleans, and it kind of went south as they had some injuries that year. But he's shown well in a couple stops now.
And he gets to mold his own quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He gets fresh.
Yes.
With a brand.
I think Mendoza was going into a good situation for him because
they're all in a good situation right now.
Plus, Kubiak has the pedigree too.
Well, yeah. His dad was a great OC with Denver. Come on.
Right.
A good head coach. He won a Super Bowl with him.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. 17th, I have the Lions going with Caleb Lemieux out of Utah. I thought one reason why the Lions fell back a little bit last year is offensive line problems. They lost a couple starters on the line. Now Decker's been released from there, and I think they need to start, focusing on what made them a really good team in 2023 and 2024, and that was the offensive line. So I think they're going to.
I say that the Lions went down because they lost both their offensive and defensive coordinators in the offseason last year. That's why the Lions are not as good as they were. That's where I think they got hurt.
That's what happened to Philly the previous year.
Yes.
When they lost their coordinators.
And Dan Campbell calling the plays instead of getting a legitimate OC.
Correct.
Yep.
And Dan Campbell rolling the dice too many times.
Rolling it way too many times.
Yeah, with the fourth down conversions, I agree.
Yeah. Well, and it's easy to go for it on 4th down a whole bunch of times when you have the best offensive line in the league, but when you lose all those starters and you don't have the same blocking scheme that you did before, those 4th downs aren't as easy to get.
Detroit is suffering from a hangover after blowing that game against the 49ers.
That's part of it as well, I believe, as well.
Yeah. Because they had that game. They had the Niners on the ropes.
Their window is closing pretty
quickly. Then they pulled in an Atlanta Falcon.
Yeah, I agree with Ken. I think their window is closing pretty quickly because Caleb Williams looked legit last year, and I think Jordan Love has shown that he's a pretty good quarterback too. And the Packers have had good success since Aaron Rodgers has left. They haven't been able to knock the door down the playoffs, but they have gotten there every year. And
watch out, because Kyler Murray's coming.
Oh yeah, watch out! You're not going to see him coming.
You might not see him, but he's coming.
Well, speaking of the Vikings, they're next. I have them going with Dylan Thieneman out of Oregon. Vikings need a safety to replace Harrison Smith, who played 14 years for their club, and Thieneman had 306 tackles from 2023 to 25, 6 interceptions, and another guy with just a great combine, ran a 4.35 40, 18 bench presses, which is incredible for a defensive back, 41-inch vertical, just a great athlete, and they need to get some secondary help there. They were good against the pass, but losing Smith is going to be big, and so I think they take advantage of having a good athlete there and replace their safety. Next, Kenyon Sadiq out of Oregon to the Carolina Panthers. Panthers had horrible production at tight end last year. Tommy Tremble was their best tight end with 27 receptions for 249 yards and 2 touchdowns. And again, this is just a guy that was very productive at Oregon, 4.39 40, 26 bench reps, just a great athlete at tight end. So I think they're going to, I don't know what they're going to do with Bryce Young, because he's done well enough that you're not necessarily going to want to move on from him, but I don't think you're going to want to give him a monster contract extension and pay him like a top 10 quarterback in the league. So you're going to need the next 2 years to evaluate him, whether you want to go that way. And I think the best way to do that is get some difference-making weapons and see if that does something for him. So I think that's the smart play for them. They've used picks on wide receivers. They haven't got the tight end. This adds a tight end. Next is Dallas with their second first-round pick, and this is the Packers pick from the Micah Parsons trade. I have them going with C.J. Allen out of Georgia. Again, I think it's all about adding defense, and he was a consensus All-American with an 88.6 Pro Football Focus run defense grade. Like I said, they need defensive backs, linebackers, defensive linemen. They need to overhaul the whole defense. So I think this gives them some much-needed help there.
Thank you.
Pittsburgh, Denzel Boston out of Washington. You look at Pittsburgh, they have one of the weakest wide receiving cores in the league. I think they need to address that position, whether Aaron Rodgers comes back.
I was going to say, is Aaron Rodgers coming back to Pittsburgh? That's my question. I mean, and who else? I mean, are they going to go with what's his face, the kid?
Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph. They're going to go with Mason Rudolph. Come on.
No.
Boy.
I think if Rodgers doesn't come back, they're either going to have to, explore what they can get for a veteran. Otherwise, they got Howard, who they took in was he a 5th round pick, 6th round pick out of Ohio State? They really liked him last year, but I think their preference would be actually that Rodgers come back for one more year and they could go with Howard as the starter in 2027, giving him
Plus
2
they
years
got a new head coach too. So with Mike McCarthy, your buddy.
My buddy?
My buddy?
No, Magic Mike is not my buddy.
Hey, the bludgeoning in Toronto is not over. Final score 139-87.
Jesus God.
Wow.
Thank that, John.
I'm just a
52 point
genius
win.
when it comes to betting.
Uh-huh.
Please, they only beat him by 52. I'm not impressed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what? That deflected away from the Wizards' 35-point loss.
That's probably a team record.
What does Mike McCarthy got for Pittsburgh, though, Derek? I mean, come on, you're the Mike McCarthy expert, along with Ken.
A Denny's menu.
I mean, Mike McCarthy's been a good coach in the league for a long time as far as installing an offensive scheme.
Mediocre.
I don't think he's mediocre. He won a Super Bowl.
I was going to say, he did win a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, so come on.
That's the reason you
I
won
can
the
tell you
Super Bowl.
the one thing that Mike McCarthy doesn't have.
Isn't that when the Flintstones came on the air?
Yeah, he doesn't have a good management of timeouts. I can tell you that.
That's what I was going to say. I mean,
Oh my God!
Right. That's always been the problem with him. The challenges, the timeout usage,
the clock management.
Clock management. Yes, I mean, he's had a good offensive scheme. Yes, he had Aaron Rodgers up there. Aaron Rodgers is going to help make you look, good on offense. But he coached Brett Favre at the end of his career, and they had a good season with him when Favre had struggled for a couple of years before that. Right. And he did well down in Dallas with Dak Prescott. So I mean, he's been in the league a long time and is a good offensive mind. But I don't think he's not an elite head coach because of the decision making.
Right.
Choker.
Yep.
Next,
Chargers. I have Macaulay Lawrence. Jim Harbaugh values a good defense, and he had a great combine, 4.5 240, 40-inch vertical jump, had 5 sacks in each of the past seasons, was first team all Big 12. I think he's a guy that that would help their defense, and Jim Harbaugh likes to be good on the defensive side of the ball. So I could see them going there. I thought about, offensive line was their biggest problem last year, but it was because 2 guys had season-ending injuries that are both coming back at tackle. So I don't know if it makes a lot of sense to add to offensive line when you got those 2 good tackles coming back from injury that they're hoping they can plug in there.
Right.
23rd pick, I have the Eagles going with line, Caden Proctor out of Alabama. We talked about the Lions struggling because their line wasn't as good last year, and I think that was the same thing with the Eagles. Their line was elite those 2 years they went to the Super Bowl. Lane Johnson was hurt last year, and there was just some fall off from previous seasons. So I think if it's going to be interesting if AJ Brown gets traded before the draft and what that does to what draft picks Philadelphia is working with and what their strategy is. But for now, I think if they don't move Brown, they got all the skill position players they need. They go with a lineman.
Is the draft on the 30th or the 23rd?
23rd.
23rd.
23rd to 25th.
Okay, good, because I'm moving on the 30th. So
Yeah, I mean we're gonna have a draft show that Thursday, only for the first round, like we always do every year. So guys, clear your calendars if you're available. Derek, we'd love to have you if you're available on that day as well. But it depends on what your wife is doing.
Well,
I'm sure
that one I can probably make work for a little bit because the draft goes for so long, and you guys are on a little later. It's hard.
We don't do it. We only do it for the first round, and again, it's a late night, but it's just the first round. That's all we're gonna do.
it's once a year,
Yeah, no, I mean, Amanda's good with me coming on when I ask I want to come on for something. I always like coming on for the draft, and I'll try to make that work. I probably won't be on for the whole thing, but I'll try to make
That's
that
fine. As long as you're on, Derek, it's fine. Whatever long you can be on for.
Pop in and out if you have to.
I remember one year I did it from a dog show up in northern Michigan.
Yes, I
we got
remember.
settled in the hotel, and then that was the year. That was the year where the Falcons drafted Penix, and had to come out and react to that. So
that was one dog ass pick, right?
All right, number 25.
24, the Browns,
24.
Jordan Tyson. I have them going wide receiver here. They got the 2 first-round picks, so I had the lineman with the first pick. Tyson out of Arizona State, led the Big 12 in receptions, second in receiving yards and touchdowns. They need a receiver. He's 6'2", 203 pounds. Gives them a nice size target to
Is
start
he the
getting that
second best
offense
receiver in the draft?
I mean,
He's in
on
the
some boards he
conversation.
is. I mean, this is kind of where I have the run going on wide receivers, where I have a couple all going right here between 21 and 26, and it's just going to depend on what the GMs think. But yeah, I think he's in the upper tier of wide receivers for sure.
Okay.
I saw him play a few.
Is he a number
few
one
times
wide
this year.
receiver or is he number 2?
He's in the conversation.
He's in the conversation. Yeah. What was it?
Is
What
he a
was that?
number 1 or number 2?
Well, if you're taking him in the first round, you're hoping he's going to be a number 1 wide receiver. You wouldn't want to take a guy here that you don't think can be a featured receiver in your offense. So.
Right. All right, 25.
25, the Bears, I have taken Peter Woods, defensive tackle out of Clemson. The Bears, did a lot to help Caleb Williams last year, but they didn't really – I think they kind of took their defense for granted, and it really regressed from 2024 to 2025. Woods is 6'3", 310, created a lot of pressure out of the middle of the field. The Bears' interior was horrible against the run at 27, so I think the Bears try to add some pass rush and a big guy that can hopefully help them stop the run a little better than they did last year. For the
26.
Bills, I have them going receiver, Casey Concepcion out of Texas A&M. Now, that's assuming that those other mocks I saw that don't have the Bills trading up to third for
The hometown kid.
But yeah, I mean he's out of Texas A&M and won the Paul Hornung Award, and what I think makes him a good pick is he can come in and make an impact as a returner right away.
Yes.
So if he's not ready to be featured with DJ Moore and Kincaid, being first and second on targets there, maybe he doesn't have as big of a role this year, but then evolves into that in year 2 or year 3, but makes an impact as a returner.
I
In
was
year 1.
about to say
You're wrong, Derek.
can be
You're
used-
wrong, Derek.
Kick-
They're not going to draft him. They're not going to draft him.
Who's going to draft him instead?
Well, I don't know who's going to draft Concepcion, but Stephon Diggs is coming back to Buffalo.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll have to scramble and redo my mock then. So
You're gonna give John a heart attack, Wayne. Don't do that, man.
You're going to get an 8th round pick for him.
Dude. Oh my god! No, look. You guys know I'm just the biggest expert in NCAA. I'm just this
I know,
raving
John,
fan,
yeah.
right? Like I know all of the names
Expert
Derek has
basher.
mentioned. But I do know this kid he's from like Rochester, I think.
Yeah.
Like he was born somewhere
It's
in upstate. New
upstate,
York or
yeah.
something.
Right.
Yeah, so he's Bill's Mafia. When I was still on Twitter, they seemed to like this kid. So yay. Sure.
I've been watching him for a couple
whatever.
of years. I really like him.
Yeah.
He's got good
Yeah,
speed. He's
sure.
got good hands, and like I said, he can be used as a punt or kick returner, and
He
plus
won't be
wide
there.
receiver. So pretty versatile.
Yes, as long as Stephon Diggs comes back, that's all that matters. along with Cardi
Josh
B too.
would,
Bring
I'm
her
sure
along.
Josh would welcome him back with open arms, John. I'm sorry. You know.
Yeah, and then Cardi and Haley can hang out.
There you go.
Dude, it kills me, man. I'm just whatever.
Now, I think Brett had asked about Monroe Freeling earlier. This is where I have him going at 27 to the San Francisco 49ers.
There you go, guys.
Trent Williams is in a contract standoff with the Niners, and he also turns 38 years old this year. So I think it makes sense for the Niners to address the offensive line. And he was the coach's pick for second team All SEC. He ran the 40 and 4.93, which is great for a big offensive lineman, 33.5-inch vertical, good athleticism. So I think they try to add an athletic offensive tackle to give themselves some insurance if they can't work that contract out with Trent, or if he declines this year because he's just getting up there in age. Houston, I have taking Blake Miller with the 28th pick, offensive tackle out of Clemson. Line was a problem for them last year, and CJ Stroud, if he's kind of taken a step back since his rookie year. If you're going to evaluate him, you got to give him time to throw the ball, and so I think it would benefit them to add a tackle here and see if they can upgrade that offensive line.
29.
That's an awful lot of
29, the
teams
Chiefs,
there.
I have going with Akeem Mesidor out of Miami. He was top 5 in FBS in sacks with 12.5. He had 17.5 tackles for a loss and 67 pressures, and then he was just dominant in the playoffs. He finished with 5.5 sacks and 23 pressures in 4 playoff games. And I think for Kansas City, the offense was a little disappointing last year, but the defense wasn't the same as it was in previous years either, and they need to get some interior pass rush presence. So I think they use
the
these
defense
picks on
for
defense.
Kansas City was terrible last year.
I'm surprised Mesidor is this low.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, it's just where these guys are going to get valued by the individual teams. I wouldn't be shocked if he went in the top 15 or 20. I don't think he's going to quite get to the top 10, but somebody could easily fall in love with him before here. I saw a lot of mocks having him go to the Bears at 25. So
Number 30.
Number 30, Colton Hood out of Tennessee. Miami, if they're able to use that first pick on wide receiver, then I think they try to add some secondary help. And Hood was second team All SEC and, had a good combine, 4.44 second, 40.5-inch vertical, 10.5-foot broad jump, or, just a good athlete that they can help add to the secondary and start rebuilding the defense.
Hi, Sheila. 31.
31, Emmanuel McNeil Warren out of Toledo. He was third team AP All-American, and that's impressive when you're playing at a school like Toledo where you're not getting the attention of some of the other schools. And had 9 forced fumbles and 5 picks from 23 to 25. Didn't have an eye-popping combine. Ran the 40 in 4.52 seconds, but I think with the production where it was, that's a fast enough 40. Kyle Hamilton's been a great safety for Baltimore, and he didn't have one of those eye-popping combines either. He's just a fundamental smart football player, and I feel like that's what Emmanuel McNeil Warren is, and be a good addition for the Patriots.
And the final pick, 32.
32, world champions, I think their defense has been their calling card, and I think they add Zion Young out of Missouri as an edge rusher. He had a career high 56 pressures per Football Focus. That was second in the SEC, and I think that gives them some more pass rush, and they just kind of add to that defensive depth that made him a juggernaut last year.
What are you shaking your head for, Elliot?
Oh no, I was just loosening my neck
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you were shaking your head about something.
after this massage with the Trump.
Oh, God.
Tiny hands.
All right, Derek, thanks for that. It was a great, that's a pretty good mock. I'd be happy with that with the Browns with 2 picks in the first round. I'd be happy with those 2. Offensive line first and then wide receiver second. I have nothing against that at all.
Now you know there's going to be some trades up in there that's going to blow.
Oh, it's not going to be a
Oh,
straight.
trades are gonna blow it up
No.
completely.
No, I'm not. I don't even try to forecast trades. I mean, it was a little easier to do a couple of years ago because there was a time where nobody traded these first round picks, and you might get 1 or 2 deals. But now, I mean, it seems like you see 7 or 8 per draft. So I'm
Yeah,
sure
and the
none of
Browns
this-
are even predicted to maybe move down from 6 to something else. So it's a possibility as well. So
Yeah, and there's a
Yeah.
number of offensive tackles in this draft, and so the only thing is, I feel like normally if you're going to have a bunch of trades up that high, there's got to be quarterbacks that you're going after. I mean, most teams don't trade up into that part of the draft unless there's a quarterback they're targeting, and this isn't that type of draft because you have Mendoza and then you really don't have anybody else, and it's like I said, it's
Right.
a lot of edge rushers and it's a lot of tackles, and there's no elite wide receivers really either. So I mean, it's
No.
a good draft. There's a lot of talent, and a lot of teams can help their football team here. But I don't think you're going to see. I don't think you're going to see a bunch of crazy picks trying to get into the top 10. I could see smaller trades trying to maneuver like 3 or 4 picks because you're afraid that one team wants a receiver, one team wants a pass rusher. We need to get up in front of that team to get our guy. Otherwise, we're going to lose them. I think you'll get a bunch of that.
Right.
But I mean, I just don't see the quarterbacks being there or the impact wide receivers.
it's
They're going to
not an exciting draft. I'm going to say it's not going to be an exciting draft. I don't think, but
I'm
it is
still
what it
thinking that the Niners are going to trade up to try to get that tight end out of Oregon.
I could see that with Kittle coming back from injury, and he's a little bit older too. They definitely could do that. But yeah,
And that would be making that trade to move from their spot, and then probably throw another pick in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm also wondering. Everybody's talking about Simpson. There's a lot of people that aren't that high on him. I could also see him being available in the second round. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility because you see that with these mocks where everybody's kind of looking at the same mocks. I'll admit I did it. I went to CBS Sports, looked at 5 or 6 different mocks all on one page.
Right.
There, you kind of see who's got the consensus there, and you kind of start divvying up. I'll be the first to admit I don't sit there and scout these players all off season, and I
Right.
rely on a couple websites with mocks that I like, take a look at them, and see what's going to shake out. And that's kind of what happened with Shedeur Sanders. Is it became an echo chamber last year where everybody had him as a first round pick, but the league didn't. And Simpson was only a 1-year starter at Alabama. Alabama quarterbacks haven't been great in the NFL over the last
Right.
couple of years, and he's got athletic concerns that he's not a playmaker outside the pocket. And you might get some of these teams that are like, you know what? Next year's going to be a better quarterback class. We'll just let him go into the second or third round.
And
see
the
what
thing
happens
on
there.
the thing on Simpson, Derek, has been that as far as pundits concerned, like Orlovsky is one of them, say that he's the one that allowed him. The reason why Alabama did so well is because he carried the team. Orlovsky is very high on Ty Simpson. Orlovsky's good, but he's.
I paid no
He says
attention. to
he
Dan
also
Orlovsky.
has said that he's the best quarterback in the draft.
I
No.
pay no attention
he's
to a
not.
quarterback that steps out of the end zone.
I was just getting ready to say that. If you run out of the back of the end zone and you don't know where the hell you are, I don't trust you.
Thank you, Wayne.
And my thing with Simpson too is they're talking about that he doesn't have elite arm strength, and usually that makes teams nervous to draft a guy like that in the in the early part of the first round. Usually you're going with a guy that has superior arm talent, and he's accurate. But then you're talking about a guy like Mac Jones who went same school Alabama, went 15th with New England, and now he's not with them anymore. And
Right.
he had one good year there, and so you can kind of use him as a system quarterback, but he didn't end up being a franchise guy. And I don't know if people, it only takes one GM to love him to have him be a first round pick. But I've seen him go all over the board. I've seen him go to the Rams. I've seen him go to the Jets. I've seen him go to the Steelers and at all different levels of the draft. And when you kind of see that tells me that nobody really has a handle on what the league thinks of him.
Yeah, if you see that many locations in the first round, he's a solid second rounder.
Right. It almost feels like when they're doing that, they're like, well, usually 2 or 3 guys go in the first rounds, and he's the second best guy, so he's got to go there. And that's where you end up with the Shedeur issue that you had last year, where there was one guy that everybody liked, Willis, and then after that, What?
You don't like Shedeur. I know that. That's all right. Go ahead.
Well, but no, I'm not. Is even liking him or not liking him? It's just talking about what happened last year. I mean, it happened. He fell down to the 5th round, and it was one of the biggest surprises because there was such a disconnect between the media and the front offices there.
The fact that he didn't start sooner than he did is because to his head coach at the time. I think Stefanski had something that he didn't want to bring Shedeur up. He wanted to go with Dylan Gabriel, which was a freaking mistake and a half. That's just me. So
I mean, he had a 68 quarterback rating last year, and I mean, he had one good game against the Titans and a lot of bad.
Yeah, and you know what?
I
The fact that I'm going to be dealing with the drama of him and number 4 in the quarterback competition. I'm pissed off about that, but that's okay.
2.0.
So,
did you see that Mel Kiper comment where he said, "Oh, the Browns don't even need to grade Ty Simpson"? He goes, "Shedeur is way better than him. They don't need to look there." And I'm like, "What do you mean you don't need to grade?"
You know what?
A
Mel
quarterback?
Kiper's a dumbass.
Mel
Mel Kiper's an idiot.
I mean, a guy I'm friends with, we were going back and forth on that. I'm like, the Packers in 05 had Brett Favre there. They still had a grade on Aaron Rodgers. And so when they got to that point, they had evaluated him. They knew he was the only first-round quarterback on their board. He was the only first-round player on their board, period. They called around and tried to trade. They couldn't get anybody to trade. They're like, well, this is our guy. Like, how do you make a decision like that if you don't evaluate the guy? I mean,
right.
Even if I'm the Seattle Seahawks, I have a grade on Mendoza, and I've looked at his tape.
Right.
I know that I'm not going to get to take him, but the thing is, you want to go through the evaluation process to see whether he's good or bad, because in 3 years, you can go back and look at that and you can say, what did we evaluate right there? What did we evaluate wrong? If you don't evaluate every player in the draft, you're not doing your job.
Right. I'm gonna live the last. I'm gonna give. Right.
Well, that guy from the Colts,
I'm
Robin, I think maybe.
I'm going to give the last word to Mr. John Olson. Brett Murphy brings up, John, Bills re-signed safety DeMar Hamlin to a 1-year deal.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, he seems to do
Man, this guy is just living off of dying, huh? Like, holy moly, donut shop, man. Like, he was a rotational piece at best before he got hurt.
Yeah.
He's not improved since he got hurt.
Right.
So it almost feels like the Bills organization, like, oh, we owe it to this guy for getting him killed or something. I don't know. I really don't know, dude. I don't know what the infatuation is with him. Half of Bills Mafia doesn't care. Half of Bills Mafia is like, yay, we love DeMar. It's whatever, man. I mean, I said this to you guys in the chat earlier this week or last week. Sorry. You know, it was like, just go to Pittsburgh, man. That's where you're from. That's where all your stuff is, your charities and everything. Just go sign to Pittsburgh, practice squad, call it a day. You know, I don't know. I don't get whatever. Sure. Yay, DeMar Hamlin.
I mean, but he signed a 1-year contract with a veteran minimum of 1.21 million. So
right.
I don't get what the
no,
problem
I know it's
is.
not.
I
It's
mean,
it's just amazing. Like if I was subpar at my job, I would not get $1.4 million at a 1-year contract. I would be let go. So
he is subpar at his job, and he got a $1.2 million contract because that's what a subpar guy in the NFL makes.
I want that. That'd be cool, man.
That's
like,
what a minimalist in the NFL.
Yeah, like the minimum. Let me just sign the minimum. I will suck at what I do, but like, just keep resigning me for these 1-year contracts. Whatever, man.
Look,
good for him, man. Get your money, whatever.
I will suck till the cows come home.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I will be the worst player you've ever seen in your life for that
Be
vet
the worst
minimum.
teammate, the worst player.
No problem. Yeah, I will be a cancer in the locker room. No problem.
Sign
me up.
My playbook.
So stupid. Whatever, man. You know.
Oh, too funny.
And you know what kills me? This is what kills me, man.
Have the other team pay me for the playbook, and I get paid.
Dude, this is what drives me nuts, man. People on social media so upset about salary cap issues and this. I'm like, bro, it's not your money, man. Like, it's not your money that these teams are. Oh, I would have never spent that. You want to know why? Because you're not a billionaire owner. That's why you didn't get to spend that. Like, it just blows my mind. People getting all upset about, oh, that's the salary cap. Oh, it's too much for the. Who cares? It's not your money. It's not your money.
Well, I care. I don't want the Packers wasting bad salary on bad players. That's how you end up with a bad team.
You don't get paid if the Packers win.
Yeah, but I want them to win games, and they're not going to win games if they miss.
Well, Derek, they're not going to win now because I'm rooting for the Packers. So
Look at diehard Packer fan
Well,
over here. Look at this guy.
markets have a problem with that kind of
I
stuff.
don't know.
Hey,
Whatever.
Oh my God!
No, I'm just saying, like we said before the show started, and actually when the show started, Derek, maybe the playoffs now since Scott put on that Green Bay Packers hat. Maybe the playoffs.
Good luck, man.
I think the Packers are going to be back in the playoffs. I don't see why not.
I
I'm
can tell you
saying
right
8-9.
now. I can tell you right now, the cows and the cheese nervous up in cheese production might go down next year. Thanks.
You are welcome, my friend. I'm just saying.
Well, I've been telling him to come onto the Bills bandwagon for the past 4 or 5 years, and he never did.
You don't want me in the Bills bandwagon.
Well, you never did, and we actually found success.
Green Bay's gonna smell like Limburger next year.
All right, Derek, thanks for that mock draft. We really love it. We're going to get the hell out of here. It's almost 9 o'clock, which is past my bedtime, but that's all right. I'm here.
Old man.
Anyway, we're going to be back again next week, 7:30 Eastern time on Sunday night. Again, thanks for my co-host, Wayne Lynch, the professor, Mr. E.B. Slim, the producer, Elliot Lamba, of course, Kenmo. What is that, Keno?
Keno.
Keno?
Keno.
Keno. He's
Keno.
playing Keno now.
Yeah.
We'll call it Keno. Anyway,
Keno.
Django, always great to have you as usual. And Derek, you're always welcome. You know you got an open seat anytime you want to come on the show.
Appreciate it. Thanks
give
for
the
having me,
wife-
guys.
Give the wife my best as well.
Will do.
And we will be back next Sunday. Elliot, if you've got it queued up, hit the outro.
Thank you once again, Nerd Nation, for spending part, if not all of your evening with us here for this latest episode of the Sports Nerd Show. Please keep in mind that we do this on a regular basis every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday night. And since each night's start time is different, please check out our SNN group page.
You really got to fix that.
For the correct time. So until the next time we come together, Nerd Nation, on behalf of the Sports Nerd and his co-hosts, Ken Koslow, John Holston, Wayne Lynch, and me, Big E, may your lives be filled with all the best sports action any one human can handle, as well as all the joy it can possibly bring you. And with all that said, good night, Nerd Nation, as the time has come to say we are